going on, YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into the shoe review today, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And we are hitting it close to that 10,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. If you're subscribed already, if you're not, you definitely will want to. Once we hit 10K, I will host another raffle in which I give away a Supreme Floral Skateboard deck and a Supreme Super Soaker. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Alright, so today we divert our attention to Nike skateboarding. Today we are focusing on that Nike SB Dunk with that collaboration with Parra. Most people today associate Parra with being a sneaker boutique located in Amsterdam, Netherlands, which is true, but Parra actually got their work started a long time ago by the name of Peter Jensen, otherwise known as Pete Parra. He is of Dutch descent and he's a very notable graphic designer and illustrator. Being successful in his industry, he was able to collaborate with Nike on past works such as the Air Max 1, Air Max 95, and the Nike SB Zoom FC. So in present day 2019, we've been blessed with a collaboration once again from Nike and Parra. Again, this is the Nike SB Parra Dunk. These Nike SB Dunks released on July 27th of 2019, and they actually released alongside of a pair of SB Blazers, and these released on a format in which local skate shops got first dibs. They did too release on the Sneakers app and then Frenzy app, and yeah. Now the pair that I have in hand actually does not belong to me, it belongs to a friend of mine, and these are a size 11.5. I'm kind of sad because I wasn't able to cop on the Sneakers app, that was a given, and I wasn't able to cop at the two local skate shops here in Austin, Texas, No Comply and Waterman's, because Waterman's skate shop backdoors. These SB Dunks released at a very reasonable $100 price point, add your tax and your VAT just based on where you reside. Looking at the resale of this shoe, I know initially when the shoe was first released, the prices were just going everywhere. Now it's kind of calmed down a bit. Now looking at StockX, looking at GOAT, you can see this shoe, depending on the size that you are needing, it's ranging anywhere between $200 and $400. And those small sizes like your size 4, 4.5, 5, those are going for astronomical prices. Now my first impression of the shoe, seeing this shoe on the different website, reading the different blogs and whatnot, I kind of thought that this shoe, in comparison to the last collaborations with Nike and Parra, this shoe, it was kind of lacking. It was just a really play it safe shoe. It really is one of the weaker designs from the Nike-Parra relationship. Again, don't get me wrong, this is still a clean shoe. It's just lacking a bit, it's playing it safe, and yes, I know, I still try to go for this shoe. Alright, let's get into it. The shoe, looking at it, is predominantly done up in a white colorway, and the upper is mainly comprised of that white leather, which is of an average quality. It is nothing to write home about. The quarter panel, the lacing system, the toe box area, the heel cup, it's all done in that plain, average quality leather. On the quarter panel, prominent and in your face, you see the Nike swoosh, which is done up in a pretty cool style. They are a series of Nike swooshes stacked and embroidered onto the quarter panels of the shoe. And they're done in that turquoise, that magenta, red, and that pink color. Notably, that last swoosh is done up in pink, and it's pretty cool because this is done in like a carpet shag material. And if I didn't say it already, these swooshes, they're done on both the lateral and the medial sides of the shoe. Sticking with the lateral side of the shoe, what's almost become a trend in like these last 2 years or so, you'll see this Nike swoosh that is embroidered at the top of the toe box right here. And it's done in a turquoise color, and it looks pretty cool. It definitely complements the swooshes up over here. Going from the front to the back, we get into the heel, which actually looks pretty plain, pretty boring, until you get into the heel tab area. Now this shoe, on the left one, it features the SB branding in two different fonts. The S is in one font and the B in a different type of font, and they're both embroidered onto the heel tab of the shoe in that turquoise and that red color. Now looking to the right shoe, you see the Parra logo embroidered in red. Moving to the top of the shoe, we get into that lacing system, in which the default set of laces is going to be of a white color, an oval shape, and that polyester build. Now the secondary set of laces that they do provide us are of that multicolor variant, matching the swooshes on the side panels, and they're of that pink, that turquoise, that red, that magenta color. They are of a rope shape, and I want to say they're of a nylon build. They definitely feel like a different material than the white pair. Out of the two sets of laces, I definitely prefer the multicolor variant. It just gives the shoe a little bit more pop. Again, the shoe is a pretty boring shoe as is, so this definitely spices things up a bit. Behind those sets of laces is going to be that fat padded tongue, which is typical of your Nike SB Dunk. It has to be fat. It gives you a lot of protection on your foot when skateboarding. The top layer material of the tongue is done in a white meshing material. Now the top label right here is done in that multicolor variant, playing true to the theming, in which you see the Parra logo right here woven into that label in white. Now onto what is definitely the most exciting part of this shoe is going to be the lining right here on the lateral, on the medial, on the heel of the shoe. It's done in that multicolor variant and it is padded on all sides to protect your foot while skateboarding. Even the back side of the tongue is done in that multicolor variant, in which we have that Nike SB logo right here. And the lining of the shoe is done in what all Dunks and all Jordans should be done in, that neoprene material. It just feels good to the touch, y'all. It just feels quality. In matching fashion, we pull out that insole, and of course it's done in that multicolor variant, and this fabric is placed upon a thin piece of gray foam. But this is not just any foam. This is a Nike Zoom Air insole, which is actually found in most Nike SB Dunks. This is actually an important part of the shoe, especially for skateboarders, because you need a lot of that impact resistance on the bottom of your foot. So here on the insole, this gray foam is a bit firm, and then we move on to the black. It's definitely a little less firm, and then we move on to the heel right here. This is your Zoom Air unit, and this has your gases and tensile fibers enclosed in a little plastic covering. And this acts as if it was like your shock absorbers on your car. After making impact, it dampens, and then it pushes your car back up. Same concept. Your foot, it makes impact, it dampens, and pushes your foot back up into the air. Moving on, we get into the midsole and the outsole of the shoe, and it's done in a white blown rubber component, and this enables flexibility and durability, which is pretty important while skateboarding. Now, you look on the bottom and it takes on the form or the traction markings of that Air Jordan 1. Similar styles where you have the circles right here, the Nike branding right here, and the grid marking at the bottom or the heel of the shoe. Now, I'm actually not a fan of this outsole because it's done up in white. It's gonna get dirty really easily. I wish it was done up in like a gum material, or any of these colors would have been fine on the outsole of the shoe, but they chose this. Sizing, once again, this is not my shoe. This is a size 11.5, and normally I'm rocking a size 8.5 or a 9 US. But I can tell you from previous experience, I have like a dozen SB Dunks, that SB Dunks, they pretty much fit true to size. Definitely go to your like local skate shop, definitely support your local skate shop, and try on a pair of Dunks that are over there before you pull the trigger on these Parra Dunks if you really want these. In terms of comfort, I will say that Dunks are pretty comfortable, only for the fact that a lot of the Dunks nowadays include that Nike Zoom Air unit. Without it, it's just gonna feel like your typical Jordan 1 shoe. It's pretty flat, offering no support. But definitely, that Zoom Air unit helps out. My final thoughts, this being a collaboration between Nike and Parra, I think that they could have done a lot more with this shoe. I think it would have been really awesome if they took this multicolor variant, applied it on the ankle strap or the quarter panel of the shoe, or even the vamp of the shoe. It would have made this shoe 100 times better. Although it is a clean shoe, I really do think they played it too safe. If you were able to cop this shoe at that retail price point of $100 USD, I definitely envy you. I do like the embroidery taking place right here on the quarter panel, the multicolor variant laces, the lining of the shoe. It all looks good and definitely worth that. I don't think it's worth anything more than that though. Definitely that tripling, that quadrupling resale price point of that $300 to $400 for this shoe, I don't think it's warranted. Again, cool shoe for $100, not more than that. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about this collaboration between Nike and Parra on this SB Dunk? Good pickup? Bad pickup? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And once we hit that 10,000 subscriber mark here on this channel, I will host another raffle in which I will give away a Supreme Super Soaker and a Supreme Floral Deck. Alright guys, I am Chris Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers, sige na!